MovieWeb.com.
And then in Thor, I wanted to ask you about, because I know you're going to be in that, about your role in that. I mean, is it sort of just picking up from the thread that was left at the end of Iron Man 2, where you find the hammer?
Yeah, I can only say very little without suddenly being incinerated to a crisp by the Marvel spy satellite. But, you know, I think it's clear from the kind of secret scene at the end of Iron Man 2, which I've heard whispers might be secretly available somewhere on the Iron Man 2 DVD, but I can't confirm that. It's a rumor. It's clear that a hammer has shown up in New Mexico, and that Coulson has been detailed to figure out what that's about and to see if anybody, Donald Blake, anybody might be there.
And that will continue through the Thor
hammer.
film. That's sort of the through line that will continue with your role in this movie.
Yeah, I think Nick Fury's pretty busy.
Okay.
And so it's pretty much Agent Coulson's chance to go take care of this hammer thing. I don't know that anybody would have detailed Agent Coulson there without Nick Fury if they knew how nuts it was about to get.
Right. And how is it in that film as far as the tone sort of balancing, you know, obviously the gods and this whole sort of outer world thing with the reality that, you know, has been set up in the Iron Man films, sort of bridging these movies together?
Yeah, that's a really good point, man. That's certainly the unbelievably complex job that both Kevin and the Marvel guys and Ken Branagh had, which is, you know, it's one thing to introduce the world of Tony Stark, where everything's kind of almost technologically doable, right, essentially, and very realistic, which has always been what's been cool about Iron Man, and then start a whole nother movie that's connected to it that is very different, the world of Thor, God of Thunder, you know, and his hammer Mjolnir, and Asgard, you know, an alternate universe dimension. It's really kind of gutsy of them to go there next, and to have it at the same time feel like a world where Agent Coulson can move into, and it doesn't feel like it rips. And it's certainly what I was most nervous about going into it. And so when I saw footage at Comic-Con with everybody else, I was really relieved and happy to go, oh God, it looks like it works.
And as a filmmaker yourself, and as a, you know, a veteran actor for so many years, what is your sort of opinion of what Marvel is trying to do with this whole, you know, setting up all these different films to link together? I mean, it's quite ambitious and never been done before.
Yeah, you know, I love it. Yeah. I love it. It feels like something new. You know, I certainly know people who kind of sneer at the comic book stuff, but to me that just feels, that feels goofy, just because these are legends, and I like that they're a little silly sometimes. I like that they're kind of tongue-in-cheek, because I also feel like it's really, this series is giving them room to grow up a little bit. To me, they're very American pop culture versions of legends, and I think the stuff within them is being tailored to really kind of talk about things of the moment to a certain extent. And I think they're, look, bottom line, they're really fun. But I also feel like there's room for them to be powerful. And I certainly found a lot of Iron Man and Iron Man 2 really moving. I hope Thor's going to be moving as well.
Absolutely. Awesome.